Hey, good evening, everyone. So I just want to make sure that we're all set up okay. Pretty sure we're good. Okay, perfect. Pretty sure we're good. Okay, so there's a bit of a lag. So I just closed my screen on the actual page that you guys are viewing. So you should be able to see my computer screen right now. I've prepared a slide deck for you guys tonight, and we are just going to chat about the ways that I have simply and effectively introduced oils into my home. So my hope is for you to see how easy it can be to go from someone like me who really had zero oil use and then integrated them into the home and found these beautiful ways to support our health, our home, skincare, green cleaning, and all the things in between, which you're going to learn about tonight. So first of all, I want to start out with who am I, in case you don't know who I am and this is your first time here, and I really welcome and honor you for being here tonight. So I should have put my name. I am Shar McGee, and I am a natural-minded mama, I like to call myself, ever since I had my daughter, which we'll chat more about in a couple slides. I'm a plant-based nutritionist, and I love essential oils, which led me to becoming an essential oil educator. So if you want to chat about any of these things, just know that I'm always here to answer questions and be there for you. So before we get into things, I just thought I would quickly go over what it is that I believe in, just so you can kind of see what led me on this path of glowing health and wellness and how it's kind of evolved over time. So I really do believe that taking a natural approach to health is the first thing to do, but knowing that there's a time and a place for modern medicine and being really grateful for it. I actually really needed modern medicine a couple months ago, or back in March now, and I'm very grateful for it. Without it, I probably wouldn't be in the place I am today. So just knowing that there is a place for it, but also honoring and trust that the body can heal itself, especially when we give it the right tools. So although I went through a health scare, when I recovered from that is when I trusted in my natural solutions and really took to using them to heal my body. You want to take care of you first as your top priority. You know the saying, you need to put on your air mask first in an airplane before putting on others. And as a mom, I'm totally tempted to not do this, but as I've slowly learned that I need to take care of myself, because you can't really pour from an empty cup if you don't fill yours up first. Then I also believe that it's time to come together and help empower others to take charge of their health. That's the whole reason that I am here tonight, and showing you simple solutions that I've incorporated into my lifestyle to help me feel more empowered. So I really love this phrase, when we know better, we do better. And this has kind of been my evolution of natural health, is when I opened my eyes and started really learning and educating and researching stuff, that's when I was able to make these changes. So I'll just tell you a little bit first about how my story goes and how I really got into this health space. So it really began when I became a mother. So if you see here with my sweaty gym clothes on as the usual, and this is when I was pregnant with my daughter. So it kind of sparked this curiosity in me to really question what I was doing in my home. I didn't really trust what I was cleaning my home with, and it really took me getting pregnant with my daughter to start asking questions like, why is this harmful to, or why could this be potentially harmful to a kid if they ingested it? So I really started doing that when I became pregnant with my daughter. So she really is the catalyst for change, and I really am grateful for that. And since then, we've just been on a journey as a family to really evolve and find out what works best for us. And we're always, experimenting and reading and researching. So I really suggest that you do the same for you. I am just here to provide you with the stuff that has worked for us, and hopefully you can see some value in it. So here's my daughter drinking her little green smoothie. I like to really dive into superfoods. So here's some chlorella tablets that I like to take. And this was us last month in Utah, where we went for doTERRA's annual convention, and my hubby and my daughter met me there to escape from the hurricane that was happening in Florida where we live. So this is a little snapshot into my family and kind of how we live our life. So I love also really equating the whole movement of health to small changes leads to big magic over time. So when you think about it, when we can really start with small, tangible things to really do in our health, then we can create this big magic momentum over time. If you've ever read the book, The Slight Edge, it's by Jeff Olson, it really boils down to that. So it's about taking something, say like reading 10 pages of a book a day, which is something that's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. So that's where you get that slight edge. So whether you make those small changes, read those 10 pages a day, it's going to put you on a whole totally different trajectory. So for me, for instance, when I started questioning what I was doing in my home and how I could show up better in my health, it put me on a whole different path than I could have been in. So it really can lead to such magical stuff over time. If you take a look at this pyramid right here, it has kind of like the foundation for how we can live our lifestyle and what we can do to really rock it. So it really basically does come down to eating right and, setting a solid foundation by what you fuel your body with. And then we can layer on top the exercise that we do and how we, rest and recoup from busy days and how we manage stress. And then this was the big one for me, reducing our toxic load. So how we can kind of green up our home and our health and our self-care. And then we get into the healthcare spectrum. So this is where we want to be making informed self-care choices. So this is what I do when I seek to natural solutions versus, going to the pharmacy and getting over-the-counter stuff, and then just being proactive in our medical care. So like I said, there is a time and a place for modern-day medicine, but just knowing that the body is always trying to constantly heal itself, whether we have, an infection or, we break an arm. It wants to heal itself, but we do sometimes need help from trained medical professions. So I thought I would start with a few tools that have really helped me as we lead into, smaller changes that help us. So EWG, if you've never heard of it, it stands for Environmental Working Group. So it's ewg.org. And this website has really been the hub for questions and concerns I had. They are the ones responsible for making the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen list, so you can kind of gauge what you want to be buying organic and whatnot. So it's a really great resource to check out, I thought I would mention. And then another one that is really super handy is this Think Dirty app. So this allows you to scan products and really see what it's rated. And actually EWG was the first one to come out with a system like that. So when you scan a product, then it's going to give you a number back, and the number will indicate how clean your product is or how, benefit or detrimental it is to your health. So if it has a lower number, this is good news. It's going to give you the green light to go ahead and use it. But if it's a higher number, like a 10, then it's really causing harm and havoc in your body. And it's something that I suggest as you clear out your home over time, don't just go and throw stuff out. Be mindful of that. Use it up first and then go and use these tools to help you find better alternatives. So those are two resources that I love. And if you want to bookmark those, go for it. All right, so now we'll get into it. We're going to get into what essential oils are for those that are brand new here tonight. So essential oils are volatile aromatic compounds. They're found in things like the seeds, the stems, the roots, the leaves, the barks, and the flowers, and various other parts of plants. Sorry, excuse me. So when you distill a plant down, you produce this amazing essential oil. So if you can see in this picture right here is there's these little white sacs. So this is a peppermint leaf, and if you were to turn it over and magnify it about 300 times, you would see these little sacs on the bottom of the peppermint leaf. And this is actually where the essential oils is contained. So essential oils are very valuable to the plant itself. They actually are responsible for helping with pollination, helping ward off predators, and just ensuring the plant's survival and really the immunity of the plant. So that's why you can see why they're so beneficial to us. So if they can do all that for a plant, think about what they can do for us too. And remember, plants are chemistry, we're chemistry, so we can really work, we can have the plants or the essential oils work very well in our bodies. But why are they so effective? So this is something that I want to touch on just to show you how amazing essential oils are. And this just blows my mind every time I talk about it. So essential oils can actually penetrate through the cell membrane because they're lipophilic, which means that they are fat-liking. So they can penetrate through that fatty layer and actually get into the cell. So when we are talking about healthcare and over-the-counter medication and all that, think about when you have something like a bacteria. So bacteria is something that can exist outside the cell. So yes, we can use antibiotics to help target it. But when we have something like a virus gets into the cell. And when we are using plants and essential oils, it is actually targeting that very thing that we are trying to eradicate. So since the essential oils can go into the cell and actually target the root of the problem, then we are having effective, natural, and safe solutions for our health. So this is really beneficial for us when we think about immune support and keeping ourselves healthy. And it's just something that I wanted to touch on as an important way to show you how good and effective essential oils are. So now that we know more about essential oils themselves, why doTERRA specifically? So if you are here from my post on Instagram saying, all right, put down that oil if you're at Whole Foods right now, and or if you're in one of the stores down the street, the health food store down the street, or even at the dollar store and Walmart, they have essential oils now. So why are so many essential oil companies popping up? And what does that have to, what's the difference there? Like, why are so many essential oils companies popping up and thinking that this is the next product they're going to want to introduce in their line? And why doTERRA has really set the bar in what they're doing in this realm? So first of all, it really does come down to quality. So in case you didn't know, the essential oil industry is actually unregulated, which means that you can pretty much say whatever you want on a label and put whatever you want into a bottle. And the sad part is that you only need about 20% of a pure oil in the bottle to be called a pure, organic, therapeutic grade oil. So literally, when you are out at a health food store, or even if it's your trusted store that you go to, since the industry is unregulated, you have no guarantee of what's going into that bottle. It could be full of synthetics, fillers, cut with something, diluted down, so it's not going to be as effective. So we really need to be mindful of this and do our own research, which is what really brought me to doTERRA. So they really focus on potent oils. So what they do is they source the oils from where they grow abundantly in the world. So they're not bringing the plants back to, the States or North America. They're actually going to where the plant thrives abundantly in its natural habitat and working with the farmers and distillers there for the harvesting of the oils at the peak time where it's going to provide the most benefit. So it's going to be the most therapeutic for us. And through this, they use extensive third-party testing to make sure that the oils stay pure. So this is where we make sure that the oil is exactly what it says, an essential oil in the bottle, and that's what's in it. So there's no synthetics, fillers. It's pretty much above organic, and it meets those standards. And if it doesn't, then they're gonna dismiss that batch and wait or try again and make sure it's pure. So this really is an important factor when you think about oils, and depending on who you're using them with, if you're using it on your kids or on the elderly or on your pets, you want to make sure you're using something that is benefiting our health and not harming it. So I'm going to talk more about the CPTG model in a second, which is doTERRA specific. Because there were no standards in the essential oil industry, they pretty much came up with their own to set the bar in quality and testing, because no one else was doing it, that they wanted to set the bar. So if you take a look at the different grades of essential oils, you can see that synthetics makes up a large portion of the market. And this is where we come into lab-made, man-made essential oils. So again, they're just trying to mimic what's available to us in nature, and they're doing it in a lab. So the next grade would be food grade. So this is where, we have the chewing gum or, that lemon frosting that we use on our cupcakes. So it's edible, but it's not providing us any benefits. And it's generally regarded as safe. And then we come to therapeutic, which is great. It's when you smell an oil and you really enjoy it. But the step above that is what doTERRA did come up with, is certified pure therapeutic grade testing to ensure that the oils are beyond organic, are free of fillers, and have no foreign contaminants. So this really is an amazing thing that they're doing to really help set the bar in the quality of essential oil. Because again, you may go to Walmart and find a pure oil, but we have no idea what is actually in that bottle. And as we start to up-level our health, we want to make sure we're using a legit quality. It's also why doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world, and we have over 4.6 million people using them, and that speaks volumes. So now the sourcing, this is a really important one as we think about these other companies that are coming out with essential oils. We want to be able to know what is going into our oil, and doTERRA has made that even more easier for us to do with their website called sourcetoyou.com. So this is something that they have recently launched, and what it does is it allows you to scan your bottle. So if you are currently using doTERRA essential oils, you can go and grab a bottle and look at the little code on the bottom of the bottle, and you're going to input that into sourcetoyou.com, and it's going to pop up with the test results on that oil. So funny thing is, I actually tested my Peppermint today. This is the report from my Peppermint today. So if you are familiar with essential oil, aroma, you know, the chemical, more of the sciencey side of things, this will really, really interest you. So as you can see from my Peppermint oil, here is what the report came out with. And you'll be happy to know that Peppermint essential oil should be high in menthol, and this is the highest chemical property here. So this is just a great way that doTERRA has really made their oil sourcing transparent, and this scares a lot of companies because they're trying to cover up what they're putting into their oils while doTERRA is trying to uncover it all. So just be mindful of that when you're looking at essential oils, and truthfully, your nose will tell you so, okay? So your nose will tell you when something is very, very pure and when something is not. This happened to me when I, bought an essential oil before I got into doTERRA's, and then I did a sniff test afterwards, and the difference in how they smell was night and day. But you wouldn't know that until you actually have the ability to smell something pure. So this is just a quick look at where doTERRA sources their oils from around the world, just so you can see that they go and they source them where they're growing abundantly. The last thing that goes into what doTERRA stands for is their impact. So they are a beautiful company that focus on helping those around the world. So they source from over 40 different countries, and about half of those are from impoverished regions of the world. So when doTERRA goes in to source oils from those areas of the world, they go in and they help work with the local farmers, the artisans that have been growing these plants for years, and really help provide them fair wages. A lot were harvesting the oils before they were actually ready because they weren't getting paid, or there was a middleman involved, and it was just a messy situation. So doTERRA really wants to help improve these regions and give them the abundance that they deserve in fair wages and helping the communities. So that's through their co-impact sourcing model. And then their Healing Hands Foundation is a wonderful one that really does help provide solutions for these regions of the world as well. So this is a nonprofit that doTERRA created, and they actually cover all the overhead. So any money you donate to this foundation goes directly to the source and helping around the world. So I donate to it every month, and some examples that they've been able to do is provided clean drinking water in Haiti, where people used to walk over 3 hours a day to get it, and just really doing their part. This picture is from Nepal when the earthquake hit. And what they did is they came in and helped rebuild the homes and schools, and again, just setting amazing groundwork. And it's a company with heart, and that's really what led me to them. This is just a few examples. If you Google doTERRA vetiver in Haiti, you will see a beautiful video. It's probably my favorite doTERRA video, and it's just a summary of the heart of the company. So I encourage you to look at that. Okay, now we're gonna get into the 3 ways to use essential oils. So the first one and the easiest way to use essential oils is aromatically. So this is when you breathe in your bottle, so you can crack off the lid and take an inhale of it, or use something like a diffuser that you see in the picture here. Diffusing and just using the oils aromatically is a beautiful way to really help kill germs and cleanse the air, help open the airways. And since the oils are actually, our sense of smell is our strongest sense. So what happens when you smell an oil is it hits the receptors in your nose and it travels to the limbic system of your brain, which is responsible for your moods and your memories and emotions. So it's really a powerful way to start using your oils. Again, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed in the beginning and you want to start small, this is a great place to start. I started by diffusing 2 to 3 times a day. I still do for about 30 minutes to an hour. And then you can kind of customize your blends to whatever you're feeling. So I love doing an uplift in the morning to really help, you know, awaken our family for the day. I do kind of a get into focus and work mode in the afternoon. And then in the evenings, I obviously do a calming and relaxing blend. So diffusing is a great way to start. And then the second use would be topically. So this is when you can apply the oil to a localized area. So if you have, you know, if you need some comfort from your, you know, from a tough workout or anything like that, then you want to apply it right on the location. So it really does provide that immediate comfort, whatever it is you're looking for. Some popular places to apply oils would be the bottoms of the feet. You can apply across the chest, down the spine, on the back of the neck, and across the heart. And if you are new to oils, or even if you are a seasoned oil user, I always recommend diluting down. There's no harm in doing it. It doesn't change the effectiveness of the oils. It's just simply creating a larger surface area and helping drive the oil deeper into the tissue. So a rule of thumb is if you are going to use a carrier oil, so here's one that doTERRA makes. It's called fractionated coconut oil, but you could use any oil you have at home, a jojoba, sweet almond, melt down some coconut oil or grab some olive oil. And then all you're gonna do is add 1 drop of your essential oil into a teaspoon of the carrier oil for adults, or 1 drop of essential oil into a tablespoon of a carrier oil for kids. And then you can, you know, use it on those spots. Use it on the bottoms of the feet, across the chest, the spine, the back of the neck, wherever it serves you. And again, diluting down is never a bad thing. So I totally recommend that. And then the third way to use oils would be internally. So this is very, very specific to doTERRA, as we learned in some previous slides, how not all oils are created equally, even if you find an organic pure oil from your health food store. So with doTERRA, you can take them under the tongue. You can take an empty veggie cap and pour some oil drops in there and swallow it, close it up and swallow it, or add some to a glass of water. So oils internally are going to help support your immune system, your endocrine. They're going to promote digestion, and they're going to help on the cellular level. So it's really a great way to use your oils too. Okay, now we're going to talk about the top oils in my main ways for using them for simple and effective solutions. So again, before I got into doTERRA, I maybe had 1 or 2 oils that I, you know, was trying to get into as I worked on greening up my home. But it wasn't until I got doTERRA that I really dove in, and I'm going to show you the ways that I really dove in with them and how you can too. So we're going to start with peppermint. It's what I love starting a class with in person. I would be passing it around to you and letting you smell how strong and potent this amazing oil is. So it really is such a beautiful oil. It's very minty. It hits your nose right away. It's very cooling and stimulating. So it's a great oil to start the day with. And then let's look at some of my top uses. So this is a great one if you've ate too much garlic. Try adding a drop to a glass of water, and you can either gargle with it or spit it out or actually swallow it, and then you're gonna have minty fresh breath. I've done this a handful of times. You can take a drop in an empty veg cap to alleviate any stomach upset, or again, you can dilute it down and put it directly on the stomach to help with anything. It's really good for digestive health. You can add a drop to your favorite smoothie, or what I love doing, if you see in this top picture here, is adding a drop of essential oil to my superfood coffee. So it takes it to the next level. I love adding a drop of peppermint. Even if you're getting a latte out, add a drop to it. It tastes fabulous. You can place 1 drop in the palm of your hands, rub together, take a deep inhale from your cupped hands, and just breathe it in and really use that as a pick-me-up. I love doing that. Or if you're experiencing any head tension, you can put some peppermint on your temples and rub it in there and down the back of the neck. Really good for that. And if you want to use it in your workout, so since it is a cooling oil, it's very effective for helping keep the body cool. So I like to roll this pre-diluted version of it down up here on my spine and down the back of my neck to just help me stay a bit cooler as I, do a run inside, or if I'm doing a workout inside. And since it is a cooling oil, it is great for fevers and temperatures. So how I would use it then would be on the spine and on the bottoms of the feet to, again, to just help cool the body down. So next we'll talk about lavender. Lavender is really all things calming and relaxing, but did you know it's also your new first aid tool? So lavender is such an amazing oil for your skin. So if you have any bumps or scrapes or bruises or blisters or burns like from a kettle or from a sunburn, it really will come in handy for that. It helps at the cellular level. It's gonna help really repair the skin that you are, trying to help heal. So I like to use it when my daughter falls and scrapes her knee, or again, like I said, when we get too much sun, or I really burnt my finger from a hot kettle the one time, and this is the first thing I went to. And since it's so relaxing, you can also add it to a drop on your pillow before bed, or on the bottoms of the feet, or pop a few drops in the diffuser. If you see here, my favorite evening diffuser blend is 4 drops of lavender, 2 drops of breathe, we're going to talk about that in a minute, and 2 drops of cedarwood, so really grounding oil. And again, since we can take the oils internally, not all of them, but lavender we definitely can. You can use it in your baking and cooking, so cupcakes, anyone? And if you see this picture here, lavender with the mascara tube, add a drop of lavender to your new mascara tube to help promote volumizing and lengthening of the lashes. And it's also great for your hair as like a leave-in conditioner to help add moisture to the hair. So there really is a bunch of ways to use lavender, and a few other pictures I have up here. Deodorant in a pinch. We were out one day and we were in the water, and then afterwards I didn't have deodorant. So I simply rolled the pre-diluted lavender on the back of my hand, and then I kind of used it under my arm as my deodorant, and it's very antibacterial and antifungal, so it's a great option to support that area. And again, you're getting nice benefits of skin soothing and healing. And here's a little picture of my my girl in the bath. She had some essential oils and some Epsom salts in it. Okay, so the next oil we're going to chat about is lemon. So lemon is a cleansing oil. I love it. I probably use it the most, and it's probably the most cost-effective oil that you can have. So you can add a drop to your water first thing in the morning to help detox and cleanse the body. This is how I love starting my day. I take a big 1-liter mason jar of water, and I will add about 3 to 4 drops of lemon to it, and just really get my system going for the day. You can use it to remove sticky residues, or those stuck on labels and stickers. So this bottle is a great example. Those stickers do not come off. So you could simply fill a sink with water and add a few drops of lemon, or if it's something you don't want to submerge into water, you can simply just pour the oil drops directly on the sticker, and literally in 5 minutes it'll peel off. It's like magic. It took me it's one of those things where I didn't believe it until I actually tried it, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is a miracle. So use it for those stuck-on stickers from Winners and Home Goods and all those stores. It's also a great veggie cleaner. So if you take a drop of lemon, so all I did here in these blueberries was add a drop of lemon to these blueberries that were soaking in water and let it sit for a couple minutes. I am cleansing this week, so I actually had all my veggies and fruits yesterday cleaning in the sink with a drop or 5 drops of lemon essential oil, about ½ cup of white vinegar, and that just removes all the dirt and grime from your produce and really washes it up. So it's a great Sunday prep if you meal prep and you want to get all your veggies and fruits washed for the week. That's a great way to do it. And then, like I said, I really got into green cleaning. That's what got me into essential oils. So what I use for my window glass and mirror cleaner is simply taking one of these bottles. So that's actually why I'm removing the label from it, so I can turn it into my cleaner bottle. So you can just grab a spray head from the dollar store and it'll fit perfectly on top of these glass bottles, because we want to be mindful of putting oils into bottles. They can break down plastic, and again, we're trying to avoid stuff like that. And not to say that we're ingesting cleaners, but if you were to put oils into your drinking water, it is better to use glass so they don't break down the bottle and you're ingesting it. But so what I did was take this bottle, I filled it with about 10 to 20 drops of lemon essential oil, about quarter to half a cup of white vinegar, top with filtered water, and now you have the most effective window, glass, and mirror cleaner. I promise you it cleans better than the blue stuff, and now you don't have to worry about, especially if you have kids, if they lick the mirror or they lick the glass, it's actually gonna benefit their body versus hinder it. So those are a few ways to use lemon, and actually one I forgot about and really important as a mom is for runny noses. I was so shocked that you can use lemon for runny noses. So diluting down and putting it on the bridge of the nose to help with that. So now we've talked about peppermint, lavender, and lemon. And I just wanted to open up this link to you guys in case you needed some more ways to use these three. So again, it's about finding ways that work for you. So if any of these didn't speak to you or you're still looking for a couple more, if you go to this link here, bit.ly/I got101, it's going to give you 101 ways to use these three oils. And when you combine these together, they actually are the ultimate trio for seasonal allergies and threats. So whether you're putting 1 drop each in a shot glass and topping with water and taking it back, or you're putting 2 drops each in your diffuser, or you're creating a blend so that you can roll on your hands and really breathe in, this is going to be super effective for any allergies or environmental threats that come up. So again, there's 101 ways to use those 3 precious oils that are probably my most used in the home. So now we're going to move on to Melaleuca or tea tree, depending on where you are. It's called tea tree in Canada. This is the cleansing oil, and when you take the lid off, it smells clean in the best way possible. So Melaleuca is definitely a really used one in my home as well. So it's very antiviral, antifungal, antiseptic. So you can see how well it comes in handy for cleaning. So if you need to clean out any cuts or anything, this is a great one to start with before you apply the lavender. So if you think that, there's any chance that there is anything in the cut or the wounds, then you'll want to apply this first, and you can dilute it down. And you can use it as an all-purpose cleaner. So this is actually what I use as my counter cleaner. Is I have 10 drops of Melaleuca and again a glass spray bottle and top with filtered water. So then I just shake it up before I use it each time, and that's what I clean all of my counters with in my home. It's really great for any acne or pimples. So you can dilute it down and apply it to the spot. I like to apply a drop just directly on any spots I have. It's definitely my go-to for acne, and it's easy to have with you on the road, especially when you're eating new foods that maybe might promote breakouts. So this is a great one for that. And if you're experiencing any sore ears or aches, if you have anything that's going on in your ears, you can put a drop of Melaleuca on a cotton ball and rest it inside the ear. Or what I like to do is take this diluted version and I like to roll it around the outside of my ear, so right underneath, and that will help promote drainage. So I was someone that was really prone to ear infections when I was younger, and I would have loved to have Melaleuca. So now if anything flares up, I just will simply grab the Melaleuca and start rolling it around my ears. It's also good for smelly shoes and gym bags. Again, the whole cleansing thing. So you can make up a little spray bottle and spritz them down, spritz right in the shoes and let them sit out to dry. And my husband loves this. So a natural aftershave combined with coconut oil and cedar wood is his favorite. So he does those too. And a hack for kids. So when that notice comes home with the lice, right? So this is a great oil to help with that. So you can add a drop to the shampoo when you massage it into their hair, or you can just simply make a spray bottle up of it and spritz it on their hair. So when my daughter's having a bath, I just will add a drop of Melaleuca to it at the odd time, or if she's going to have a shower and we're gonna wash her hair that way, I will bring Melaleuca into the shower for her and add a drop to the shampoo and lather it into her scalp. So this really will become your best friend with kids. It helps with any skin problems. We've been through the ringer with them, so this has been my savior for that. So just keep that in mind with your little ones. And also I have a picture here of my deodorant that I use. I add Melaleuca to it because again, it's so cleansing that it's a great one to have underneath your armpits. Okay, now we're gonna talk about oregano. Oregano is your big guns oil. So if you need some really heavy duty TLC in the body, then you're gonna wanna go to oregano. But note, it is very, very spicy, okay? So this is not oil of oregano. So oil of oregano is what you'll find at the health food store. It's diluted down with olive oil. I think it only contains about 20% of actual oregano oil. But when you are talking about doTERRA's oregano oil, it is pure. It is just the oregano, and it is so hot and caustic. So if you were to put it directly on the skin, it would burn on the spot. So you need to heavily dilute this down. And I don't want to scare you because this oil is amazing, but you just need to know how to safely use it. So it really is going to last you forever. I have my first bottle of oregano, and it's probably one of the only oils I haven't replaced yet, just because I only use it or bust it out when I need some heavy duty support for my body. So last Christmas, my body was really going through something. I think it was germs contracted at my daughter's school. So what I did was took it internally, so in an empty veg cap, or I diluted it down and put it on the bottoms of the feet twice daily to just really help support a healthy immune function. And this is my husband's go-to. He swears by this, and I swear this is his favorite oil. But if you have a sore throat and you put a drop of oregano in a cup of water and you gargle with it, and then spit it out into the sink, it is going to really help soothe that sore throat. And you might, again, since it is a hot oil, I'm just trying to warn you, there might be a little bit of tingling around your lips, but I promise you that it really is worth it. So if you really are trying to figure out how to get rid of a sore throat, this is my go-to. I do this, and I almost never have it continue on to something worse. So it really does help target it. But since it is oregano and it is an herb, you can use it in your cooking too. So it's not just great for immune support, it's also great in your cooking. So I've used it in a cauliflower pizza crust, so you can do it in pizza sauces, marinades, spaghetti. Just know that 1 drop of oregano essential oil is about 1 tablespoon of the ground oregano. So if you're looking to use less than that in a recipe, simply just grab a toothpick, dip it in, and then swirl it into your recipe. And that will be a great way to add flavor to it. Since oregano is so cleansing and really is a purifying agent, you can use that as your all-purpose cleaner too. It might be a little strong. Your house might smell a little more herbaceous, if you will, but it definitely can be used in place for green cleaning your home. Okay, so now we are going to go on to the last single oil that we're going to chat about tonight, and it is frankincense. So if you are not familiar with frankincense, it really is the king of the oils. So when in doubt, really use frankincense. It is such a beautiful oil. I take it internally every day to not only support immune health, but to help with healthy cellular regeneration. So it really is one that is good for promoting healthy cell turnover. And like I said, I did go through a little bit of a health scare back in March, and now this is one of the oils that I swear by. So this was my female health protocol. Actually, I took frankincense internally, but I also used it on my body with geranium over my female system, because that's where I was having the issues. So it really is just such a beautiful oil for helping at a cellular level. So there's no harm in taking it internally, and apart from it supporting your immunity, it also is going to help with mood and emotional support. So that's what originally got me into taking frankincense internally. I would put a drop under my tongue. You can never really gauge when toddlers are going to have their emotional meltdown, and we need to have solutions and be calm with them. So that's how I started taking it internally, a drop under the tongue. Again, so if you take it in an empty veg capsule, you can do it that way. To support the immune system and healthy cellular function. It's also a really great oil. It's kind of, I call it my Zen oil, and it's great before a yoga class. So you can either diffuse it, or you can put it on the bottoms of the feet, which is my favorite way to use it before a yoga class, and just really connect into your higher self. So it's a great oil for that. It's also great for the skin. So it's really hydrating and rejuvenating. So you can add a drop to your morning moisturizer to really help promote healthy skin turnover that way. If you see this picture up here, you might be wondering, okay, what the heck is the king driver? So, not peppermint. Frankincense is actually a driver oil, which means that when you put why do I keep saying peppermint? Frankincense on first, and then you add a subsequent oil over top, it's going to actually help drive that oil in deeper and have a more localized effect. So it's really great for that. So what I like to do here is, I was doing for a while, I would put frankincense on the bottoms of my feet, because our feet actually have the largest pores, and they can get directly into the bloodstream within 30 seconds and throughout the body in a matter of minutes. So I was putting frankincense on the bottoms of my feet, and then I was layering on Balance on top, because Balance is like my oil. We'll chat more about it at the end, but it is the grounding blend. It really just helps me feel rooted and connected in my day. So by putting frankincense on first, it was almost like enhancing the effects of Balance. So this is a really unique property of frankincense, and again, why it makes it the king of oils. It's also great to end the day with by adding to an Epsom salt bath. So I did this the other night for my daughter, and I like to do it for me and, you know, switch up my oils. But these are just a few uses for frankincense. I really could have gone on so much more, but I thought I would cap it there with my top ones. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the blends. So On Guard is the protective blend. So it has very, very beneficial oils to support the immune system. So this is probably my most used blend. It's what I'm using right now. I'm kind of fighting off something from last week, but just to make sure my immune system is, you know, keeping strong and staying strong, this is what I go to. So this is where you can dilute it down and apply it to the bottoms of the feet, especially morning or night. If you notice that maybe like a bug is working its way around, especially in your kid's school, you want to up the use of On Guard. It can help keep rooms fresh and get rid of germs. So if you're diffusing, especially if you're in a new place, I like to bring the diffuser with me to hotel rooms, and I'll add this and lemon essential oil to just help kill any airborne toxins that are lingering. It's also great for cleaning. So if you notice, there are a bunch of other products in the On Guard line. So what this means is these products use On Guard in them, and you get the benefits of this protective blend. So here's a hand soap that I have throughout our home. They make a toothpaste, which is lovely, using the On Guard blend, which the On Guard blend, if you notice here, has amazing oils like wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. So you can really imagine how unique this toothpaste is, and one that my family loves. Me, my husband, and my daughter use it. It also comes in a laundry detergent too. So one thing that I love to do, and doTERRA actually recently came out with a hand sanitizer, but before they launched that, I was actually making my own by just grabbing a 2-ounce glass spray bottle, adding 10 drops of On Guard to it, and topping with water. And this is honestly what I have in my daughter's bag. So I asked her to use her hand sanitizer at school instead of the antibacterial one. And it's so effective. It's gonna help kill germs and just get rid of those, you know, nasty things that are lingering around. So that's a great way. And again, since you're using it on your hands to help clean them, it also does work well as an all-purpose cleaner. So if you combined in a spray bottle, you could use this on your surfaces in place of Melaleuca, or pair them together. If you've never tried oil pulling, this is a great way to really benefit your mouth. So this is where you could add a drop of On Guard to a tablespoon of coconut oil, and you're gonna swish it around in your mouth, really pulling it through your teeth for about 15 to 20 minutes. And it really helps just kill any bacteria in the mouth and promote better oral hygiene. And then and if On Guard is not where you want to go first for gargling with for a sore throat, try this instead. So you can simply add a drop to water and gargle with it instead, or this is a pre-diluted version of On Guard, and if I'm lazy and I want to, you know, so make sure my throat is okay, I will roll it on the front of my throat to just help support that. So this oil is definitely a staple in our home, and we go through it a lot. The next blend is Breathe, or it's called Easy Air in Canada. This is a beautiful blend to help open the airways. It's just really gonna promote better breathing. So ways you can use this is to inhale or diffuse to help clear the airways. So, you know, popping it in the diffuser, it's actually really great at nighttime. Like I mentioned, this is one of the ones in my nighttime blend. Breathe, lavender, and cedarwood to just promote better relaxation and open the airways. It's great for environmental threats. So if you don't use the trio of lavender, peppermint, and lemon, you can totally use Breathe to help you with this, the seasonal shifts and any environmental threats that are going around too. So you can add a drop to your hands and inhale from the palms when the threats are running high. What I love to do with it before a workout is to dilute it down and roll it across my chest to just, again, promote better breathing. It's great before a run. I love doing that, and just helping open the airways. If you're stuffed up, you can dilute it down and apply to the bridge of your nose, or if you filled a sink with hot water and added a couple drops of Breathe to it, then put a towel over your head to kind of create a vapor and steam, kind of like a sauna, if you will, and then just take some deep inhales of Breathe before removing a towel from your head. That will really help with congestion too. And Another way to use it would be in your shower. So adding a few drops on the outskirts of it so that the water doesn't directly wash it down. And then you're gonna get this spa-like experience and really invigorate the lungs. So those are great, great uses for Breathe, and really does make it a top staple in the home. The next one is called DigestZen, or it's called ZenGest in Canada. This is the digestive blend. It really is for all things tummy troubles, digestion, bloating, gas, GI distress, all that. So ways to use it. When you're trying out new food, so if you're on the road, you're traveling, you know, you're on vacation, this is one you'll want to have with you. So if you're trying out new foods and they're not agreeing with you, you can simply dilute it down and apply it to the stomach, going directly into the belly button too, because it's going to really enhance the effects of it. And another way you can take it or use it for any, you know, stomach bloating distress would be to add a drop to a glass of water and swallow it. I'm not a huge fan of black licorice, which is fennel. So I don't like to drink it, but I will apply it topically to my stomach and I feel relief through that. But if you like the flavor of it and the taste of it and you want to take it internally, then totally do that. The only way I would take it internally is if I did an empty veg cap and filled a few drops with it. So when you have a full belly, this is also a great way to beat the bloat. So think about the holidays coming up. There's American Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So this will be one you want to have. Again, just applying to the belly. When the bad bug hits the home, use on tummies. So this happened, and it's not going to necessarily stop the bug from working its course through your body, but it's going to help soothe and provide the comfort and relief that comes with that terrible, terrible time. So when you are sailing or, you know, driving, and if you feel any nausea that way, totally use this oil for that too. So this is a great one to use behind the ears then, or under the nose, or apply it to the wrist, or again to the belly, and even honestly just breathing it in. So just breathe it in and really help it soothe you down. It's also great for little babies too. So there is a pre-diluted version. It's from the Touch line, it's called. So they're diluted down perfectly for sensitive skin, the elderly, and little kids. And this is a great one to use on your baby stomach or the spine or the bottoms of the feet. Great for colicky babies and babies that have reflux. Again, just using these simple tools to help support our health and really help us feel empowered as parents. Okay, and the last blend we're going to talk about before we finish out is going to be Deep Blue. So this is the soothing blend, and it really is amazing. If you've ever smelled it before, oh, it smells so good. Even if it doesn't work, I would apply it all day long. So this is a great one for your workout routine. As you see here, I have my gym essential, so I like to put Deep Blue on the knees before a run or a workout, just to be proactive in helping those areas. It's also great for any tension. So if it's been a long day, apply it to the shoulders and the neck to help with any tension you're feeling there. Or if you've been moving all day or sitting cramped up at a computer and you're just really feeling it, definitely apply it to those areas. I have kind of gotten a sore hand before when I've spent too much time on my computer and using my mouse, so I've used it on my hand, giving myself a little massage, or if you have a significant other, totally get them to do it for you. If your kids are growing, this is going to be an effective oil to help with those growing pains. So dilute down and apply to their legs before bed to help with them. And you can use directly on any spots for sore muscles. So again, like if you are working out, I like to use it before a workout or after workout too, to target those sore muscles. And this is where you could pair it with that driver oil, frankincense, to really target sore and deep work that's going on in your muscles. For the ladies, if you're experiencing really bad cramping, this is going to be an amazing one to apply to your lower back to help you out and just soothe that area. And pair it with another oil called Clary Calm, which is the monthly blend for women. That's going to really help you out. And if you need to power up to really support your muscles, you can, again, apply frankincense, or doTERRA does make this handy Deep Blue rub, so it has the oil in it, and it's just gonna be a cream-based lotion that's really gonna help smooth it on the area, and it makes it easier for traveling. So if you are, you know, if you're a fitness enthusiast and you wanna have it in your gym bag, that's gonna be a lot easier than if you say you carry the Deep Blue oil with some carrier oil to use on location. So the Deep Blue rub is so icy cool, tingly, but also heating. So it's such a favorite. Okay, so now we're just gonna do a quick summary because we've pretty much covered the staple oils that every home can really use and benefit from. And as you saw, a plethora of ways. So just to recap quickly, we have On Guard, which is our immune supporter. We have frankincense that really enhances our skin, helps with our mood and our immunity. Lemon is very detoxifying and cleansing. It really helps uplift. Citruses in general are very uplifting. Oregano, remember, it's our big gun, so it's going to support our immune and digestive support. And again, very cleansing. Tea tree or our Melaleuca is very cleansing to the skin. It's great for your nail beds too. I forgot to mention that, but after shower, you can use Melaleuca or tea tree around the nail beds to help cleanse them. Easy Air or Breathe is going to help open and support clear airways. And Peppermint is going to be very soothing to the tummy and provide you with some tension relief and really uplifting and stimulating. Digescent is going to aid, any digestive discomfort, bloating, gas, any of that. It's going to be your go-to. Lavender is all things calming. It's great for the skin, sleep, and a mood enhancer. And then Deep Blue is going to help with those soothe those muscles. And as you can see, really with oils, since they are so potent, I didn't mention this, but 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is actually equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So think about how potent these oils are and how little you need to achieve a desired effect. So you really only need 1 drop of oil. And as you can see, they are literally pennies per drop, okay? So lemon being the cheapest, you're paying 4 cents for a drop of lemon and you really only need 1 drop. So think about how long this is gonna last you. You're gonna add this to your toolkit. These oils last years if as long as you take care of them, keep the lids screwed on tight because they are volatile like we discussed in the beginning. So they will evaporate really quickly. Keep them in a cool, dark place. And they will last you as long as you need to. As you can see, a 15 milliliter bottle here has 250 drops. So if you only need 1 drop to really hit a desired effect, you only need 1. It's going to last you almost 250 days if you use it every day, which is a long time. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, this is a great one to take a screenshot of. We're just going to chat for a few more minutes and then we're going to get to the giveaway. So the best way to get started with oils, I want to chat about that because maybe you have not begun your journey yet and maybe you're thinking, I really can see the benefit of using oils in my home now. I'm going to talk about a few starter kit options. So the first one, the Natural Solutions. This is one that I wish I would have started with because this is for the health enthusiast that is ready to not only use oils to overhaul their health, but really incorporate some of these other key things with, the diffuser, the toothpaste, the hand soap. You're gonna get some of the supplements. You're gonna get the shampoo and conditioner, the oil to dilute it down, and a few other products. So this is really your diving into it kit option to really support your natural health journey. And it's one that I love so much. This is actually the one I started with, the Home Essentials. So it's really near and dear to my heart. It has the top 10 oils that we chatted about tonight in 15 milliliter full-size bottles. And it comes with this beautiful petal diffuser and your wholesale membership for the year. If you're looking at some lower price points, you can check out the Aroma Touch Diffused kit. It comes with not all the oils we chatted about tonight, but 8 of the top oils in 5 milliliter bottles. So they're going to be smaller. It's kind of like an intro, kind of test out the waters as you get into oils. And it's going to come with that carrier oil we chatted about to dilute your oils down in, a diffuser, and your membership for the year. And then there's the Family Essential Kit. So this really is like the basic starter kit. It's going to be the top 10 oils, but in smaller bottles and no diffuser. And you're going to get some beadlets as well. But it really is just dipping your toes in to see if what the oils can do for you. So how you can really join the health movement. There is simple steps to doing that. So getting started with a wholesale membership, which is the most beneficial way. It's the way I recommend for people to get started. It's pretty much like Costco. You get your membership for the year and then you can purchase whenever you want. So you're going to save 25% off on all your orders. You can place them whenever you want. There's no monthly minimums or requirements that you need to do. It's kind of up to you whenever you want to. And then you can do monthly orders if you really feel called to overhaul your life and really make it a more natural lifestyle and you're redirecting your spending by ordering through doTERRA versus ordering outside now that you have the option to really use this account, your wholesale membership, to support your health in many beautiful ways. Skincare, they have skincare, they have most beautiful supplements. They have, obviously you've seen toothpaste, detergent, all the good stuff to help really shift to a more glowing lifestyle. So if you wanted to opt into that, you can actually get about 10 to 30% back in product points, which means free product for you in the future. So that would be through a program called Loyalty Rewards. I just want to chat about it quickly because it's one of those programs where you don't really know how good it is until you can really experience it. But this is the best way to order your oils and get the deepest discount. So over time, you grow in how much you get back on your orders. So when you start out, if you're placing an order of 50 points a month, which if you're ordering oils, it's pretty much dollar equivalent. On every $50 order, you're gonna get 10% of that order back in points, which is basically like free money. And then as you can see, over time, it grows. So when you reach your 1 year mark and you're placing your orders, you're gonna actually get 30% back. So for instance, if I'm placing a $100 order, I'm getting about $30 back towards free oils. So this has allowed me to get beautiful oils that are pricier or ones that I've been wanting to try out, but I didn't really want to commit to paying for them yet. And I probably saved about $350 last year by using my points to cash in. So it really is a great program and one I encourage you to learn more about. If you want to check it out, it's at this link right here. I have more information on it. So really, here's what it comes down to. You can place your monthly order using your 25% off wellness discount. You're gonna actually get your shipping costs back in free points too. So example, if your shipping is $7, it's gonna give you 7 points back. You can get an additional 10 to 30% back on your orders, and it's delivered right to your front door. So what I love is that you can sit in your pajamas online, do your natural health order, and then have it delivered right to your front door. So for you this month, there is an October special, and it is with my favorite starter kit. So if you got something like the Home Essentials starter kit this month, or any order over 200 PV, so it's just the point system that doTERRA goes by. When you're looking at the enrollment kits, you'll see the dollar amount and the PV amount, just so you can have a gauge. So if you are looking to get in on this promo, just make sure your order is above 200 PV. And you're gonna get 3 of the best oils ever for balanced and blissful emotions. So Citrus Bliss is a very uplifting and invigorating blend. Serenity is next level to Lavender. So if you really need sleep support, Serenity is an amazing oil for that. I love putting it on the bottoms of the feet. And then Balance, like I said, with the on the frankincense slide, Balance is my oil. This is the grounding blend. It really does help promote grounding and feeling rooted and connected. And these 3 oils are just amazing tools to have on top of the top 10 that you would get in this kit. So you're basically getting 13 oils for the price of 10. So again, your membership perks would include 25% off your wholesale discount. That's again, a year at wholesale pricing. You can spend whenever you want. You have access to members only extra discounts. I love to do promos for those that are on our Essential Glow team, just because I love supporting you and giving you free stuff. You're gonna get a free wellness consult, access to guided cleanses. There's actually one going on this week. It's the one I started today. You're gonna get tons of resources and information on using your oils. And the most important part is community support. So, you know, hanging out together, learning together, growing and evolving together is what it's all about. You don't need to do this alone. We want to help you and support you. So if this speaks to you at all, and I'm the one you've been chatting to about getting started with oils, then please visit my link, or, you know, connect back with the person that invited you to learn more about oils. So that really is it. So I want to thank you for taking the time and really honoring yourself tonight and joining me to learn more about how I've really incorporated essential oils into my lifestyle and made it a part of my lifestyle. We really have transformed as a family using the oils. I'm so grateful for them. I feel so empowered now as a mama, you know, an essential oil educator that's why I do what I do, because I want others to learn how valuable these are. So if you want to connect with me, here are 2 simple ways. Send me an email. It's glow@charmiggie.com, or visit me on the web. It's just my name. So I hope you enjoyed this, and please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about anything we talked about tonight. And I cannot wait to hear from you guys. Okay, talk to you later. Have a great night.